Hello YouTube, what is up? This is the Waits Memory bringing you episode 2 of Halo 4 Spartan Ops. And today, considering it's a new episode, we're going to watch a cutscene of it. Because, yeah, pretty much. Because I established the order already back in the first, I think it was the first episode. Or was it the second episode I finally got my shit in gear. And reconnected my controller. Damn it. So, we flash to a battlefield in the desert. How specific? Oh, okay, it's majestic. Never mind. This is gonna be boring.
That was the idea. Yeah.
Okay, there's action.
Things just pop up wherever they want to, don't they?
That plus, I do love the CG in this. It's almost lifelike. Oh gee, the black guy is berserking. Does that surprise anyone? Also, does that not feel slightly racist? Or stereotypical? I think it's stereotypical. So meanwhile, aboard the Starship Infinity,
Majestic.
got their asses kicked.
Hoya.
It's gonna take a lot more than this to kill me, Commander.
Raped by a Promethean. Never a good way to get injured.
Hoya happened to Hoya. He followed orders. Fine.
Armor base waiting, team leader.
Also known as stop being a pussy.
Commander Palmer. What's that?
Crimson team scored the first grab. Whatever it is.
Because Crimson's better than Majestic. Crimson's better than Majestic. Well, it's true. They are.
The hell?
So, having your ship shut down on you is pretty much one of the more awkward things that could happen.
Power, sir. Trying to source it now.
Get the engine room on the line.
Aye, aye, sir.
Dr. Glassman, Infinity's losing power.
So I've noticed, Captain.
So, yeah, we're introduced to Dr. Glassman. Or reintroduced if you read Thursday of War, which he does make a brief appearance.
100,000 years ago, and hire a war criminal to bolt them onto the ship.
Wait, Dr. Halsey? Oh. Then that's not really hiring, that's more putting a gun to the back of her head and forcing her to. Which is still a too kind of fate for her, but we'll have to settle. Until later. The good old Spartan way of doing things. If it doesn't work, kick it! See? It worked!
Status update, Sarah.
Further attempts at physical persuasion haven't had much effect. Damn thing's stuck fast.
So you kept punching it?
She's all yours, Doc.
Yeah, he's... Sadly, Dr. Glassman isn't very interesting. I'd say Commander Palmer isn't interesting either, but
Look at this.
we'll see later on that we can actually... I can actually get some traction out of her character, and... You know what, I'm somewhat intrigued.
I've never seen anything like this.
Dr. Glassman!
So, yeah, dimensional portals for the win. So he disappears into the artifact. You see, for the longest time, or okay, actually, for a good week after this came out, I honestly thought he was sucked into the artifact and was living in it. Which would have been kind of crypt. But, yeah, moving on, we're gonna flash straight to the first episode. No going to the menus or anything. So, let's get started. Okay, so mission 1 is on cleanup. It's cleanup on... I forgot what it was. But it's one of the areas in the second mission of Halo 4, Requiem. Yeah, this area.
Crimson, your job today
Just before you
is
go into the
to
cartographer.
squatters. They've parked themselves in a hole with anti-air guns and are proving themselves to be quite a pain in the UNSC's ass.
But, yeah, today our weapon of choice is going to be the Covenant Carbine, and the plasma pistol, both with the paint job upgrades you can give them. Because to be honest, this paint job is a lot more notable than the regular purple one. Although sometimes I do miss the regular purple one. And I accidentally shoot my own teammate in the ass. Does that make me a dick? I think it does.
Commander, there's a few watchers in the air.
So yeah, shoot.
But Prometheans too. Noted.
Oh yeah, and also, much like in the Halo 4 campaign, there are a lot of times where Prometheans and Covenant will work together, creating a simultaneous pain in your ass. Because elites weren't hard enough without Watchers backing them, right? Actually, to be honest, Knights are a lot tougher than elites. Made of surge stuff. You know, at least with elites, you know that when you take down their shields, you can kill them. And, you know, if you've been paying attention for the brief snippets I've been opening up my menu, you'll notice something. My teammates suck! And you know what? That was the most frustrating factor that almost made me reconsider re-recording this. Why didn't I? Family complications. But yeah, I've finally killed this thing. Finally killed that gunner. I find out my team has been doing the equivalent of nothing. In fact, you know what? My team gets me killed more times than they actually help. Of course, granted, that could also be because it's on Legendary. Once again, I said it before, and I'll say it again. I can't stand this game on Legendary. I can't. I can beat it. I can do it. That's not the problem. The problem is, it's on Legendary. Sort of a no bueno thing for me anyway you put it, and somehow I miss this guy. I think I just hit the gun instead of hitting his head. I take out the guy with the fuel rod cannon, and I run at him before I can kill him off. And now I'm stuck using a plasma pistol. And here goes our first death. I believe. Hang on. Oh yeah, we're also using active camo. If you haven't noticed by now, we're using active camo. But yeah, my teammates, useless. All of them. Seriously, I rarely, very rarely say that about teammates. These guys are useless. And idiots. It's on Legendary. You don't go playing it like it's Contra. Whatever. So, yeah, I decided to check. Wait, am I playing a Legendary or am I not? Which is pretty much why I'm saying this. But yeah, basic objective, eliminate everything that moves. You know, this is pretty much a good chunk of Spartan Ops. Kill things, that's it. Well, then couldn't you just replace it with Firefight? Honestly, I'd have preferred, like... Honestly, for Spartan Ops, a lot of the criticism has been leveled that the missions are uncreative and they reuse maps too much. Well, if that's the case, I have an idea to solve both of those problems. Now, what's this strange, radical new solution you may be asking? Why not just make a regular campaign level, and then split that up into 5 parts, coming up with convenient checkpoints. Checkpoints to end each chapter. Right? Why not? Now, let's say your mission is to enter a Forerunner Temple. Well, the first mission you're going through, mopping up a lot of Covenant, mopping up whatever's in your way, and then you get ambushed. That's the end of Chapter 1. Chapter 2, you fight off the ambush. Chapter 3, you have to take out stuff that prevents you from getting inside the temple. Chapter 4, you're inside the temple. You find something intriguing, and you get caught by the Covenant. Chapter 5, escape. Ta-da! Why not? One, it can make it so much more relevant to what's going on in the main story. Because my main criticism is, one, the missions are too repetitive, which thankfully is alleviated in Episode 8. Well, not Episode 8. Episode 5, Episode 6 onwards. But after that, not really. No? main complaint is it's not really relevant to what's going on in the campaign, in the main cutscenes. Because, you know, as you saw within the cutscene, one of the doctors on board the UNSC Infinity disappears. Well, where'd he go? What happened? Is Crimson searching for it? No, you're just going on random missions as Crimson. Like, you know, it would have been cool if for this chapter you'd have been sent on a search mission. Find out what happened. Find out data on the artifact. That would have been useful. That would have been cool. That would have made it feel like we were doing stuff that was relevant to the story. Like the story was impacting what we were doing, and we were impacting what was happening in the story. Which, sadly, very rarely happens. The only two times it actually does happen are episodes 6 and 7. Oh, and also, another reason I was considering re-recording was because the lag up to this part gets horrendous. Like, I apologize deeply. Like, my bullets should be having some kind of effect. They should be destroying these guys. But they're not. In fact, my gun rarely fires. I'm desperately pulling on the trigger, and it only fires when it feels like firing. As you can see, those delays between my shots aren't me being no, that's caused by lag. I spent that entire time going, come on, fire! Fire!
Area is clear, Commander.
Once again.
Let's get those AA guns offline.
Marking the conduit pylon.
It's annoying.
There you go, Crimson.
But yeah, now we just have to go take out these pylons. Pylon. How intriguing. And we win. So click up.
One pylon offline.
And fight back.
That's both pylons, Commander. Whoa! A slip space signature just lit near Crimson.
And yeah.
Wait, Miller. Let's have a look.
So yeah, our new objective is to... Where are we going? I don't know where I'm going. Oh right, I think at this point I'm just fighting for my life. I'm not really trying to get anywhere. I'm just trying to live so I can figure out what to do next. So, yeah, I guess I'm a little wrong. After the beginning part, I guess I'm wrong about my teammates being useless. To a certain extent. I mean, as you see later on, they level his poor KD, but still. I pretty much do end up carrying a good burden of it. As much as I hate to. I rarely bitch about that, too. That's not something I commonly complain at, and it's not because I suck. This is very dependent on your team. And if your team falters, then what good can you do? So, if you're really good, but the rest of your team really sucks, yeah, you can make your own conclusions.
Crimson could use some resupply.
So, sudden portals. Okay. ... So, yeah, new objective is to collect organs. Okay, so, I guess I haven't introduced this concept yet, but at certain intervals during levels, you get... At certain intervals during your missions, you'll get resupplies. Basically, these can range from weapons to new guns. Wait, no. Hold on, I already said new guns. These can range from new special weapons to ammo for your gun. And also, depending on whether or not you have the ammo module equipped, the amount of ammo you have for each piece of ordnance is greatly increased, depending on whether or not you have the ammo module on. Look, for most of my classes, I do have it equipped, so, yeah. Sadly, the carbine is not the one I have it equipped to. I have stability instead, because the carbine sucks without it, I'm not gonna lie. It's horrid without it. And yeah, I pretty much get my ass decimated here. Once again, they're Prometheans, the hardest enemies in the game. Like, knights are tough customers. Headshots aren't easy, is the problem. And that's if you can get their shields down. Which is hard in and of itself. Like, you know what? It's hard to determine when you've taken their shields down. As it was with me. Well, that was a good chunk of my problem. I couldn't determine, whether or not their shields were down, so I didn't know what to do now. And that probably just go flying at me. I think it did. It's hilarious. So yeah, I grabbed this battle rifle, reload this. Yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, carbine sucks. Oh yeah, knights are hard to kill. Yeah, even if I get their shields down, which I can barely tell if I get their shields down, headshots are still nearly impossible. Like, they're not... I guess you should say they're not impossible. They're hard is the problem. Like, there have been times where I can score a headshot, and I still don't have any clue how I did that.
You're almost there.
Which is pretty...
Miller, a bit of decorum, please.
Which basically does sum up the Prometheans in this game a lot. How the hell do I kill these guys again? Crawlers are also pretty tough to kill, because body shots don't work. You got melees and headshots. Other than that, it doesn't work. Sorry. But yeah, good news is, chapter should be almost over, so... Cool shit. So we get this guy's scatter shot, which sadly, it's not useful anymore, considering the level is just about over.
Commander Palmer, distress call coming in. It's the science team investigating where Crimson recovered that Forerunner artifact.
Distress.
Heavy Covenant forces bearing on the
So yeah, we have to go back to the cauldron. Chapter 5.
Tell him help's on the way. Dalton, change of plans. Crimson's gonna rescue some eggheads.
Yeah, basically. Oh, by the way, egghead is a derogatory term for scientists in the Halo series. Once again, it's actually it's a good story with good character. See, 51-8. Look at the rest of my teammates. The guy who's muted has 22 deaths, which is absolutely pathetic. I would get that many. Although this is by far my worst death count. But, oh well. You live with what you got. So, yeah. I guess this has been the way Spellbringer. See you next time.